time for the main events.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. So 2 days from now, as of the making of this video, March 31st, is when the servers will be shut down for WWE 2K24. So before they shut it down, I wanted to take one last look at the community creations and what we're going to be losing. Holy crap, they made a lot of community creations on this game, and why I think it's so important to build some sort of service to where these creations can live on into future games or be ported to new games. Not every single creation, I can mind you, but allow us to pick like some. Because imagine if every single creation from every single game went to the next game, and the next game, and the next game. Well, we'd have like a million pages of creations, because there is a lot of community creations. We're not, obviously don't have time to look at them all, but I'm going to load up the most downloaded, then we'll look at the most recent, which I kind of missed that tab because some of the best creations weren't created right away. They were created like halfway through the game's life, or even way after the game's life. Anyway, without further ado, let's go look at the community creations. Let's see how far I made it in the various modes in the game. And then let's go look at the card market for MyFaction, because there's a lot of Persona cards, and you'll be shocked. Even though the game is shutting down in 2 days, you'll be shocked at how high the prices are to get some of these Persona cards. Let's get to it. So here we are, we're going to look at the community creations one last time before the server shut down in 2 days. There is a ton of creations. Let's look at how many pages there are before they shut the servers off and how many creations will be lost. There is 246,899 pages of creations. That's championships, wrestlers, movesets, arenas, shows, everything, images. Like, that is a ton and ton of stuff that community has created for a 2-year-old, 3-year-old wrestling game. That's crazy to me, and it just shows you like why some of us creators, the ones that make wrestlers and stuff, get burnt out every couple of years, because we have to recreate all our stuff in every single game. This is the main reason right here. This 246,899 pages is why we don't need a new game every single year. There's so much content that the community can create for us that I don't think we need a new game every year. We should get one like every maybe 2, 3, 4 years even. Kind of like the UFC games. They actually take time to make the game. Imagine what we would get if 2K and Visual Concepts got 4 years to make a wrestling game, to make improvements, to get everything perfect. Then they wouldn't make bonehead decisions like a battle pass in the game and throw it out there and see how the people react to it, and then adjust or hopefully right the ship accordingly. I think 2K27 is going to be a very different, like, if they listen, like if the sales plummet because of this battle pass and all this other stuff going on, well, I think they're going to have to listen. So anyway, so for this video, I just wanted to check out the most downloaded and the most upvoted, which is usually about the same thing. We'll go across this mode, arenas. We'll go across the various downloads here. So the first one, of course, we're going to start with Superstars. We're going to go over to most downloaded. Then we'll go to arenas and championships. We don't need to really check the other ones, but I just wanted to showcase this because there's a lot of good creations here, and if you want to go download them to have them before they shut the servers off, you better be quick. You only got 2 days as of the making of this video, and I'm curious how this is going to do in views, because we're talking about a 2-year-old wrestling game. Anyway, so Jon Moxley is the #1 downloaded wrestler on 2K24, but on basically the end of the game's life, with looks like over 104. Is that 104,000 or 1 million? I think that's 1 million downloads. Holy crap! And that is made by Kamek #68566. And then the second one with the most downloads, that of course is What's the Status. A lot of these are What's the Statuses because, well, let's face it, he's one of the biggest creators out there. But I think it's cool when we see stuff that's not wrestling in the top page, like Spider-Man. Like, I wonder if this has any impact on what the creation parts they have for the next game, and what like maybe collaborations they might do, or what incentivizes them to do with the next game. I doubt it, but I feel like, and I'm going to make a separate video on this, there's a way to monetize this to where it benefits the creators, not YouTube creators. I'm talking about the creators of this content right here and 2K at the same time. And they can literally get rid of all the other monetization crap. There's a way to do it, and I'm going to make a video on it because other games have done it. Big games have done it. And I feel like if they can build that out and use that for every single game where our content can carry over to each game, that is where they can make a ton of money. An infinite amount of money, if you know what I mean. And it would really help us creators too. Anyway, so LeBron James, that's probably why we got some basketball players. Goku, I think it's awesome Goku's in here. But there is just so much. We'll check out one or two more pages, then we'll keep going here because otherwise this video is going to be super long. So I'm curious what stages are left. And I'll probably download a couple wrestlers before we leave here. And we got Mario, Batman, Shrek, Chris Jericho, Joe Henry, Mike Tyson. It is criminal that Mike Tyson is not in the Monday Night Wars edition of the game because he was a big part of the Monday Night Wars. I'm shocked he's not in it. Kenny Omega's in here. Jason Voorhees, Joker, Penta before he got added to the game. It's just crazy what's in here. All right, now let's go on to Arena because I'm curious what the most downloaded arenas were. And this is 2K24, and there's a lot of arenas that are missing. So most of them are just different versions of WrestleMania XL, and I can't remember if this is the one that got added. We got Bash in Berlin, SmackDown Retro, SmackDown Bad Blood, ECW 23, SmackDown 0102. I mean, it just blows my mind. All of these awesome creations, all this TLC, all this love that got put into these Walmart Supercenter, Arena Mexico arenas, Rampage, WrestleMania 41 Las Vegas, Nitro Reborn Arena, AEW Dynamite, TNA Impact. I mean, this is awesome. And I think this is the last one that had cross-communications with PC. So there's probably a lot of cool stuff in here that you might want to try to get. Like, look at this. Grocery store arenas, like stuff like that they added in because, they can mod the game and put it on all consoles. I guarantee you stuff like this is why we don't have cross communications on 2K26, because I have a feeling a lot of this kind of broke the game. But that is just really cool, and it sucks that all this stuff is going to get lost in 2 days. Now, championships, and I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, I just want to really showcase like what we lose when they shut the servers down, and how I think there should be something in place to where not everything can be saved, but the creators, if they choose to, should have an option, like a utility with your 2K account to upload, let's say, your top 5, maybe 10 wrestlers to the next game, right? Your top 5, 10 championships, your top 5, 10 arenas, because, let's face it, I don't think most players make more than a couple of wrestlers. So if you really took, like, hundreds of hours or even tens of hours to make your main wrestler, let's say you only make one wrestler, and you don't have to remake him in the next game, although you could go through and touch him up with the new graphics or new features or whatever, like the two-tone hair and, of course, the body morphing in 2K26, well then, yeah, you go in there and you can adjust it accordingly, but you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to redo your moveset. The moveset and the entrance are the main things. The actual creation of the character, that's the fun part for me. So I don't mind doing that part. It's getting all the moves and the entrance and the victory motion and all that kind of stuff set up. It's like I have to go through all that. It takes forever. I like actually making the wrestlers, though. That part's fun. It's just all the other stuff that's included with that. So here are the top championships. It's funny to see the tag team championships, the newer ones on here. And, of course, the women's United States Championship. And then one more page. It'll load up here. But, yeah, me being a guy who likes to make stuff, this kills me that all this is going to be gone. Now, most of these will probably get recreated in 2K26 by the various creators because they probably have all their assets and everything saved, and they can just upload it, boom, get it done, and then get all the downloads. It's like the never-ending cycle of recreating your stuff every single year. I don't know. Every couple of years, I get really burnt out. Like in 2K24 and 2K25 especially, those are probably my least two played wrestling games ever since 2K20 came out. Mainly because after 2K23, I actually made like 50 wrestlers in that game. I played through multiple seasons, years of universe mode. I did everything in the game. I played so much, And when I got the 2K24 and it wasn't a vast improvement, I barely did anything in this game. So let's go look at MyFaction, because there's a lot of Persona cards, and you'll be shocked at some of these prices, even though the game's going to be shut down in 2 days. They should literally be like 10, maybe 100 VC, although you can't buy VC anymore for this game. The VC has been shut off. So let's see. Let's check. See? Unable to gather store information. Please try again later. You can no longer buy the DLC. They shut that off a long time ago, or delisted it. And yeah. So if you wanted to actually come in here and buy all these wrestlers up, you can't. You can't, because it's off. So here are all the Persona cards, and every time they add Persona cards to the game, they get re-added and recharged for the next year. So yeah, so we got Elite Hulk Hogan, who's been in a bunch of them. I think he was free in 2K25. We got Booker T. We got Randy Orton. I forget what year that is, but 09, there it is. You can barely read it. 09. Dirty Dominic Mysterio with the cool mask. Booker T 01. Looks like it's the same Booker T, just different card. Wolfpack. Now, this was the year where they had all these as their base designs, or whatever you call it, their looks, attires, but then their awesome NWO or WCW gimmicks, like Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, Lex Luger, Hollywood Hogan, all of them were Persona cards. And it was such a bonehead decision, and this is where that really annoyed me. Anyway, then we got CM Punk with a mask, Triple H King of Kings, Elite John Cena, Elite Rhea Ripley, Elite Trish Stratus, who I believe is free now, another Booker T 01, and then Macho Man Randy Savage Wolfpack, Mr. Perfect Wolfpack, Bald Punk. Look at all these. And they're all going to be lost forever. And look at the prices. That's the whole reason I clicked on this. 70,200 VC, 54,000 VC, 70,000 VC, 56,000 VC. The game's going to be shut down in 2 days. They might as well just make all these free. It's like, you're not going to be able to download them or pay them for them anymore. Why not just have, like, on the very last day of the game's life, make them all free? Who cares? Granted, the people that actually paid for them and grinded for them will be PO'd, but you're not going to be able to do anything with them other than use them in offline modes. So, I don't know. I just feel like maybe not necessarily free, but they should be like, 10 VC a piece. Something. The very last day of the game's life. Because let's face it, most of us will have moved on to the next game or another game, a different game. I don't think people play these more than the first year or two. To play them all the way up until the server shut down is rare. If not for my channel, I might actually do that and then buy the newest game. So let's say I bought 2K26, I didn't have the channel, I would probably play it all the way up until they shut the servers off and then buy whatever the newest game was. That's probably what I would do, because then I can get the most out of the game, have a lot of fun with it, unlock literally everything, and then move on to whatever the newest game is. There's no reason to buy them every single year if you don't have a channel or if you play other games. I try to play so many other things that honestly, if I didn't have the channel, there's absolutely no way I would buy this game every single year, because yeah, I get attached to my creations. Anyway, so there you have it. And we'll take a look at some of my creations I made too. So there's a lot of cards missing. And then, of course, all this stuff is going to be shut off. And I did not get a single trophy / achievement for MyFaction. So I will never be able to get the platinum, because I'm not going to sit here for the next 2 days to try to get those, because there's just too much. I'd have to literally play it 24 hours a day to get them all, because that's how far behind I am. Now, in my Rise, I could have sworn I beat it this year, but I did not. I got all the way up to the Survivor Games, which I believe was a ladder match, and I freaking hate those, so I never finished it. And I forget how far I got in the women's storyline too, so yeah, I didn't even finish the storyline this year. Universe, I set up and got ready to go, and then it started having glitches and issues, so I barely played Universe mode. I think my wrestler was champion for like 37 days because I kept waiting for him to fix it, and by the time I got back to the game, because I was playing other stuff, well, 2K25 came out, or was about to come out. Now, Showcase, I was surprised at this, because I literally thought that I played more of this. And I only did the first 5 or 6 matches. Well, no, I guess I did more than that. I played all the way up to this one. And this was when they still had the cutscenes, like not the cutscenes, the real footage that literally like took over most of the match. I freaking hate showcase mode. Like, I hate this more than MyFaction, and I hate it more than the island. That's how much I hate this mode, mainly because of the objectives. If I could just go in there and play the match, and it plays a cutscene at the very end of the match of what happened, fine. Or shows footage, that's fine with me. I don't care. Do not give me objectives where it can literally wants you to do something throughout the entire match. I hate the objective list, and I hate it when they put that in the story modes. That's why I don't play showcase mode. And I hate the fact that they lock out so much content and unlockables to these modes. Like, make it like a original storyline that's like, I don't know, 2-3 hours long with whatever cover star it is, and that's what showcase mode should be. It should not be this big, huge replaying of matches that you can literally do in exhibition mode. I hate this mode. I'm sorry if this is your favorite mode. To me, this is the mode that needs to go. I cannot stand showcase mode. it somehow gets worse every single year. I don't know. Anyway, on to the next thing here. Before we end the video, I wanted to look at my creations, superstars, and then we'll end the video here. So let's see. I didn't make the X-Men ones, so I'll go over all the ones that I made here. So we got a Bossy Gold, that's one of mine. Captain Cross is mine. Clint Griffin, my real-life gimmick. I think this is the last game I made him in. Clint Streiser, the main character that I make in every game. Cobra Chaos, Snake Guy I made. I have to remake him because he might actually look good this year. Colossus is a download. Eric Rowan is a download. I believe that's What's the Status is. I made Fat Streiser because I was bored and wanted to make a new character, so I just made him fat because I was bored one day. I downloaded Deadpool, Cyclops. I downloaded Kanukiman, which is Ultimate Muscle, King Muscle. Kung Fu Bitch. There's one of my coworkers who was being a super asshole, so I made him Kung Fu Bitch. If you're watching, yeah, you were kind of a dickhead that year. Anyway, main event Clint. That's my little character. That's my mascot. Man Mega, my version of Mega Man. If he was a wrestler, Shadow, my character. He looks awesome this year. I can't wait to show you guys. Rex Flex, guy from another dimension. Polar Claw, ever since they had that cool pullover head, which you still can't use for the female creation wrestlers. He's become one of my favorites that I've made. Downloaded Master Chief, downloaded Superman, downloaded Flash, downloaded Wolverine. I made Z. Z is one of my... He was the first creation I ever made in a wrestling game. So yeah, back in the very first wrestling game, I think he was the first one I made. Because I'm like, cool, you can give him blue skin? I'm going to make this blue dude. And I turned him into a character and everything. So he was the first creation. And Streiser didn't show up until Here Comes the Pain. And then I ended up making him in all other wrestling games. So yeah. So there you have it. I didn't make very much this year. I was mainly burnt out because I did so much in 2K23. In fact, I think I went back and I played 2K23 more after this came out, and I did the typical news cycle of the game. So there you have it. There's one last look at 2K24. How much did you play this game? Are you going to miss it on the way out? Make sure you go download the wrestlers if there's any left. Cody's on the cover. It's just, man, time sure flies. I'd play a match, but it'd probably screw me up with playing 2K26. So anyway, hopefully you watched the end of this video. I know it was a little bit just me going through menus and stuff, but it's just me wanting to say goodbye to an old wrestling game, and it really sucks. We're going to lose a lot of those creations because the same thing's going to happen in 25. When they shut the servers off for 23, I was really, really bummed out because I made so many things in that game. It's just, there's got to be a better way for creations in general. Like, allow us to save some of them. Not all of them. If you make, like in the new game, if you make 200 wrestlers, obviously they're not going to let you save all 200. That doesn't make any sense. So anyway, thank you for watching. Sound in the comments below. Pour one out for 2K24. And as always, stay frosty.